Hi, Charmaine from Smarter Selling. Today's topic is mindset amongst your team. So it's very important that your team are all running at 100% in the same direction. The mindset of your team determines the success, right? It determines the outcome. So why am I even discussing this? Well, if there's somebody that's down, it is like a rotten apple. You know that. That's probably why you're watching it, because it spreads like wildfire. You can't have one positive person outweighing one negative person. It doesn't happen like that. You need at least 20 to outweigh one. Why? Because one person's low vibrational energy gets a lot more airtime when they're miserable, and they gather up a lot more people in this whirlwind than somebody being positive. People being positive don't tend to shout about it. They just tend to get on, smile, and just get on with the day. But people being negative have airtime, right? They whinge, they complain, they point out faults. So what can you do as a leader? Well, as a leader, you need to take that person aside and in front of people and say, look, if you're not happy about something, then let's have a discussion about it. But there's always going to be things that aren't quite right in the company. Once that thing gets fixed, there'll be something else. Once the next thing gets fixed, there'll be something else. There's always something in every company. That's just the way it rolls. So that person needs to understand that they're in charge of their mindset and they're in charge of how they feel. So they need to have some responsibility for the sake of the group and the company. They need to change their thinking. And you know what, overall for themselves, they need to change their thinking, because it's really quite miserable and depressing going into work all day being negative. So in terms of the top tip today for your team, you need to make sure that you nip this in the bud as soon as you can, that you bring the person up on their negativity, that you give them resources, maybe send them on a course that's to do with NLP, or assist them in understanding why they're negative, and help them shift their thinking to realise that there's always going to be things going wrong, that it's how they react to those things which determines their success in the organisation, and they have a responsibility to others and very much themselves for happiness and harmony within the organisation. I hope that top tip helped you today. If you've got a comment to make about that, then do comment below. If you want to share it with somebody, then share the link. And if you want more tips on how to grow your team for business growth, mindset, and just general sales skills for your team, then subscribe below. I'm Charmaine from Smarter Selling. Until next time.